Please do your homework before making any life decisions. On today's quickie, it's about keeping your money and making sure you give your money out, if you do give your money out, to the right people. It's kind of annoying to see all these people who work hard come to a red light, see this guy with a cardboard sign saying homeless, hard on luck, just need a few dollars to get through the day. Yet you see a Tim Hortons cup on the ground right beside him. Now he could have saved that money and or, maybe drank some water. Why does he need a Tim Hortons cup? I don't even drink Tim Hortons every day. Is he living a better life than me? Yet I'm supposed to contribute to his fund? No, no thanks. Now, don't get it twisted. There are a lot of people who are in need that essentially you should help, but you should look for the tall tale signs to know if they're a fraudster. Now let's get into that. So these fraudsters essentially don't think this fully through. Like, a lot of them are pretty lazy, and that's probably why they're in this position themselves. So essentially they wouldn't fully commit to this persona or this image that they're trying to get across, that they're homeless. Now, they may have some torn up shirts, torn up jeans, and or like a beard, but what I've noticed is that they don't have the shoes. Their shoes are generally kept well. Shoes are clean. Sometimes I've seen people with Nikes. I don't even wear Nikes. I don't know what idea they think they're going to try to pull on, you or I. Like, I think if you do see these people, one, take a look at their whole attire. Notice their jacket that they're wearing. Notice the hat that they may have, because they might just be, looking a certain way, so that you, at a quick glance, you'll think that they're poor or they don't have much. But at the end of the day, they might just be, wearing that gold chain under the neck, but they're just hiding it, or they have those Nikes, like I said earlier. And it's kind of sad that people just choose not to try to get a fair dollar by going to work and or being an entrepreneur or whatever. And it is hard. It's not like everyone can do that, but there are resources out there. And I think if you are hard on your luck out of a job, utilize your resources, because generally governments do have programs and assistance places that you can go to get the help you need. And I've seen them. They do help. They even pay for some of the things you need, like a suit and their clothes, help you with resumes. There are many resources out there. So if you are able to see this video and you are, down on your luck, please utilize those resources. Now let's get back to those fraudsters. Now, so we just talked about some of the accessories that they might be hiding, like the shoes or a chain or whatever it may be. But you also should look around in the environment. Now, another fraudster I looked at or saw the other day had his wife and dog in the same area, right beside his bicycle. Yeah, and the only reason I knew it was there is because it was in an area where there wouldn't be any restaurants or anything around. So there would be no reason for someone to leave their random bike and, their other person or belongings there if that wasn't theirs. And a good thing to note is that they never tell you that they're actually poor or homeless sometimes. They just say they need a buck or two or just have a Tim Hortons cup. And they look scruffy, but that doesn't mean that they're homeless. And sometimes they don't tell you that they're homeless. So you have to take that into consideration. But sticking to the point, look around, look into the environment. Understand what's going on around you, because sometimes they want to just catch you by surprise, and then you've already given them your $2 or your $3 or whatever it may be. So take that into consideration. Third thing is the time and date of when this occurs. If it's a nice sunny day and they're out there, that's great. But I've noticed that these guys are never out when it's late. They're never out when it's raining. They're never out when it's snowing. Right now in Canada, in the area that I'm living, close to Toronto, it's snowing right now. Like, look at this blizzard. Oh, it might not be a blizzard, but it's snowing pretty good. Anyways, I never see these guys out when the snow is bad. And yes, they might be sheltering themselves from the weather. That's smart, keep themselves warm. But if I really needed the money and I wanted to grind and I didn't use the resources that were available to me, I would be asking for money time and time around. Cold or wet, whatever it may be, trying to grind out and get as much money as I could so I could do something else. And maybe it's just a mindset. And like, I feel like it may be just the mindset in general why they're doing this in the first place. Because essentially, like I said earlier, there are resources. And yes, there could be other factors keeping them away from these resources. I don't know every person's specific situation, but they should try to do more rather than take your hard-earned dollar. Now, instead of talking about the fraudsters, let's talk about things we can do about this, or even things to help them while you keeping your money in your pocket. I think it is important to educate or help them out in the direction they should be going. You know, that $2 may be good for today, but it also doesn't help them for the future. And how much money are they going to get when it's a blizzard outside and they don't want to go outside? Am I right? So I think maybe potentially understanding where these resources are. So if you do see them, you can, maybe give them the number that they can call or even the address, and maybe they can find their way there instead of giving them your change. And I would also instead of giving your change to just one person, donate to the community so that maybe they can get someone to arrange for some outreach to people on the streets that can also help them. There are places and shelters available, but they also do get full. And I understand that there's not unlimited space for everyone, but we can all work together by donating and reaching out, or even talking to our local MP or legislative person to help out these people on the streets as well. Closing remarks, I think you should keep your money and give them the advice. Advice can go a lot further than the change that you give them. They're just looking for a quick buck, but I think a mindset change could definitely help them out in the future. Investing $1 or $2 every day that you spend on your Tim Hortons can go very far. If you were to, put that into some sort of index fund, you could be making up to, you can be making 10% every year. I'm not saying up to, like it fluctuates or whatever it may happen. You could be doing a lot with that small amount of money. My closing tips are: don't give out your money, give out some advice. Look at the environment, look at the person you're about to, interact with, and see if they're a fraudster. Let's all try to help out the community as well, and let's try to think smart. This is a quickie. I'm CB. See you later. Like what you heard? Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be the first one to watch my new videos. And now you know.